We out here live. We live with Streams of Talent TV, and I'm May. Y'all know me, I'm May. Today we have an exclusive interview with VP, the street scholar. We're in Savannah, Georgia, known as a seaport. Got a lot of hot music out right now, and we want to know where you're from. We have a lot of questions that people really want to know. Where are you from?
From Savannah, Georgia. You know, like I said, seafood, born and raised. Got it tatted on my back. Out of Cloverdale. Cloverdale nigga all day. I'm a seafood nigga at heart. I'm on every side. Niggas know me. Reputation speaks for itself.
All right. Seaport, Savannah, Georgia. I have a couple cousins out there out of Cloverdale, Georgia. CP and EP Porter. That's right. Savannah, Georgia in the building. Well, when did you start making music is the question.
When I was in 5th grade, that's when I really started like writing. Cause that shit crazy. I made some shit called Fat Mary off of Machiavelli shit. I did like a spoof remix, and every day at the end of that shit class, they asked me to rap that shit. And I just kept fucking with that shit, like, cause I seen I could entertain folks. And they really like genuinely was smiling and they was fucking with that shit. That's what made me keep fucking with that shit. And then my brother and his my cousin Kev, one boy was rapping, and they told me you can't rap when they were freestyling and shit, so that shit made me hot. So I just went off and started rapping and doing my shit. And came back one day when we was getting high in the Jeep and crushed their ass, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with that shit.
That's okay. That's all right there. Scholar, who's your inspiration? I have to ask you that. Who was your inspiration? Who were you inspired by in the industry?
The main inspiration, of course, was Tupac. But what really like stuck with me, was when my father took me to Dakar, Senegal when I was 14, and the first thing, like when them kids ran up to me, they were like, Tupac tape, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's like how strong that man reached the folks like around the world.
Right.
And when I saw that, that's what made me really like cling to his music, like as a youth. And then, through time, like, Jay-Z, of course, I love, him as a mogul and just the things he talk about. I'm a big Jeezy fan, T.I., R. Kelly, that's really, free the guy. Free the guy.
That's crazy. I was just listening to him on the way over here to meet you. I was just listening to him.
That's my guy. I set the mood with the guy. That's the guy. But, just free the guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most of the main inspiration.
Yeah. I love some Tupac, too. I remember when I heard that Tupac had gotten shot. I cried.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think I was in like 5th grade when he died, and we was driving. I was in the car with my father. We was driving to a retreat somewhere that morning, and he told me like we heard it on the radio. And I'm in 5th grade, like, I don't know the shit he talking about, but just for some reason, like, that shit affected me. Like, that shit made me cry in the backseat, like.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like,
he was real. He was real.
Like, you could just feel it. Like, he was,
he was real.
Guy.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, how would you describe the music that you typically create? Does it have a meaning to it?
Yeah, I put my soul in my songs. Like my music has real purpose to it. Like I want to touch people. I want people to feel me. Like I make music for the underdog. Like motherfuckers who done been through shit. Like I done been through shit. I done been to prison. My father, I love him to death, but we had our struggles. We battled with drugs and shit like that. I've been in the streets. So I know firsthand, you feel me, like what people go through. Like, regardless of how much money we got or whatever, folks go through that
People
shit.
are real.
Man, we go through that shit.
Everyone, no matter what situation,
yeah. And like,
no matter your status.
No matter what it is.
Right.
So, I make fun tracks because I understand, music is to make the people, it's for the people. So I just, make myself from all situations or whatever I've been through in life, I just try to find a way to entertain folks with my experiences and find a way that they can relate to it and just be relatable to people.
I really respect you for that because, you know, you have a lot of artists that share personal things with people, but a lot of them won't. They'll keep it in. But I really respect you for sharing what you have gone through in the struggle. You know, I respect you for that.
Yeah, you know, like I say, I can relate to dudes that's locked up and sleeping on the rack, you feel me? I know how it feels to cook your food in the trash bag.
Wow.
Like,
Yep.
so that's who I make music for. Like, that's because that's the things that's implanted in my head. Like,
that's awesome.
That's the life I've lived, and it's not to glorify it or anything. That's what I went through.
That's awesome.
Those are the people who I relate to. Those are the people who fuck with me. So I fuck with them. Like, why wouldn't I fuck with the people that fuck with me? Like, that's the people who I know how to talk to.
Right, that's awesome. Because you can actually motivate people that are going through things to let them know that all they have to do is just keep going.
You gotta keep pushing.
Just keep pushing.
That's it.
Never. My thing was, my cousin told me, he lives in Houston right now. If he's from out of Cloverdale, where you're from, and the one thing that he always said was, you can never fold. You can never fold. And that stuck with me. Whenever I think about folding, I think about what he said. You can never fold. That's not an option.
That shit ain't an option. Nah, you gotta keep pushing. That's it. Just keep grinding and be yourself. That's the main thing. Be true to whatever it is.
Right.
Them visions you got in your head.
Right.
Because people are always trying to live other people's lives and see other people doing shit and want to follow other people.
Right. Mimic them. Right.
It's like, it's cool to take advice.
Right.
Like that because you're going to have to kind of follow other people's patterns, but you still got to walk your own path.
That's true.
And you can't. You got to live for you. Like, because people don't know what the fuck you dream about
when
you sleep. And people can't see your vision. Like, somebody told me, like, if people see my vision in the fuck, that shit ain't no vision. Like, because everybody else can see it.
Right.
So that means it ain't no vision.
Right.
Because we all can see that shit. That means it's attainable.
Right.
But when it's a vision like that you really see, you got to really pursue it with faith and know that's for you. And then keep pursuing that vision for you and then make others see the shit that you was dreaming about, that you saw. Like, see, this what I saw. Like, I wasn't fucking crazy, nigga.
Right.
Like, this what I saw. Like, I knew it was attainable. It was just, and then that's how it go.
Well said. Well said. Well, moving on to our next question. What is your favorite song or CD? I can say, like, any artist. You know, if you get in your car, besides listening to yourself, who would you play?
Shit. Besides
yourself. You don't count right now. We're not talking about you.
Like go-to.
Like, soon as you get in the car, you going to play this first.
I ain't gonna lie. Jeezy Recession. Jeezy Recession is like, that's my go-to. Like, that's my go-to CD of any, like, highway trip or whatever. Like,
well, sometimes we listen to artists because it's our comfort zone.
You know, I got a lot of just, like, go-to clutch, like, CD, like, shit that's just gonna be in the playlist as I'm, like, riding on the highway or something, shit that I know can get me there. Like, I got CDs that's gonna, like, you know.
But I asked you one question. Who's that man? I know it's hard. That's why I asked.
It's gonna have to be Jeezy Recession. Like, cause I know that shit from front to back. Like, no skipping, no songs.
Wow.
So that's it. That's gonna be it.
Alright, we're gonna move right along. Let me ask you this, and this probably will be a difficult question. I've had so many different responses to this question.
They be lying, that's what.
They be lying? Well, I want you to tell me that you'll give it to me. Does going platinum matter to you?
Shit, no.
No? Wow, really?
What? Like, platinum don't matter no more in these times. But even in the times back
Enlighten me, please.
Like, even, like, back in the times when CDs was selling, you know, going platinum was a thing or whatever because you were selling, but you got folks that was going platinum and you selling units, but if folks don't feel you, it don't fucking matter. You can go platinum one time and then be the fuck up out of here.
Right, that's true.
These folks fuck with you like a Bootsy or a Rick Ross. These ain't folks that's going platinum, but these folks, they hood platinum.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what matters to me.
Yeah.
I'm on some Robin Hood type time. Like I'd rather the hood fuck with me, and my people still know like that nigga kept it solid.
Right.
So that's what's better to me. So platinum, like that don't matter. Numbers, all that don't matter. People feeling me is what matters.
You'll be surprised at the answers that I've gotten from that question. That's why I keep that question in my queue right there.
Should have said yeah. That was my all the money and all the accolades. I recant my statement.
No, you can't. I've already taken it in. That's it.
Yes.
It's too late. You told me what came off the top of your brain. So that's it. So I need to ask you this, because I have so many answers to this, but it's not about me. It's about you this evening. What bothers you about artists these days, whether local or like in the industry? What bothers you about these artists? I mean, if you had an opinion and you could just like talk to them and tell them and give them advice and let them know this is what bothers me. Like, you should be doing this and you shouldn't be doing this. What advice would you give to these artists, upcoming or the ones that are famous?
Not a motherfucking thing. I want to tell them to stop doing nothing, because nothing bothers me, because it's artistry. And you can't tell nobody how to be them. If I told anybody anything, it's to be you. Don't copy nobody else's style, but when you're doing artistry, do you. Like, I can't get mad at how music sounds now, because just 10 years ago, my grandma was like, cut that pop, pop, pop off.
Right.
But to me, this pop. Like,
right.
It's Jeezy. Like, this shit slide.
Right.
So I can't be mad at the new generation, because whatever the kids not here, they rocking to that shit. Right. Just like when my grandma was 15, 16, 17, jamming Al Green, the motherfucking goddamn Billie Holiday. Right. That shit was the shit to her ears.
Right.
When my mama was 14, 15, 16, Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5s, and that was the shit to her ears.
Right.
So I can't say that. It don't bother me. It's their artistry, it's their sound. Do you. Do you to the fullest is all I want them to do. Right. Understand the business. Right. And don't think this shit lasts forever. Just use this artistry as a platform to get to the next step.
I'll pick out something you did say in your statement in response to my question. You said, be original, be yourself. And I think that I'm not on an interview here. It's about you. But since you pointed that out, I think that's what bothers me. Because a lot of artists, if we have a Tupac, he's gone. Why would you call yourself Tupac 2? Or why would you name yourself something that another artist has already been named? That I have a problem with, because that doesn't make sense to me. What do you feel about that? When you have artists that, we have already had an artist name something, Michael Jackson, and they want to name themselves similar to that artist. To me, it's not being original. How do you feel about that?
Once again, that's them. That's their approach.
Would you approach it that way?
Fuck no, my name's VP the Street Scholar. So you see, I didn't approach it.
That's right. That's right. It doesn't make sense to me.
It makes sense to them, though.
Yeah.
What don't make sense to you may make sense to them.
Right.
What may make sense to me may not make sense to you.
Right.
But as long as you know them and they doing what they supposed to be doing, the artistry is out there. That's the key to it.
Yeah.
Period.
Right. All right, we're going to move right along, because what I want to ask you is this last question before we get into something else. We don't want to hold you up, though, VP.
No, you good. Come on.
Because you're in the middle of your interview.
Man, listen, I can multitask.
What's your blueprint for the future? Or do you have one? Or are you kind of like winging things as you go? Are you a wing things type artist?
I used to be, but this thing is very calculated and plotted out now. And I can't tell people the blueprint.
Don't let the red wine talk to you now.
Listen, they just gotta watch. And then if you can understand it, then you can understand it. But I can't tell nobody the blueprints. I'm the main architect over this ship, and we ain't revealing that. They just gotta watch, and because I can't have nobody trying to, even though they won't be able to copy it.
Stay in tune.
Just stay tuned. But yeah, it's a blueprint. Just know it's a blueprint. This is what I will say, and what my team loves, and I give people this. some of the music I make is just strictly organized ignorance, and that's where I leave it at.
Okay.
When you learn how to make organized ignorance, then you'll understand the music industry
Okay.
and how to entertain people. You just don't get caught up in the ignorance. You gotta have a balance.
Right.
And that's the difference with me. I understand the balance.
Okay. Okay. We have some more questions we're gonna catch you off guard with. We wanna know Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Cardi.
Cardi. Okay.
You wanna know why?
No, I didn't even ask.
These soft ass questions.
You about to revise my whole game plan. Well, go ahead. Well, go ahead. Yes. We want to know why.
No, you
No,
don't.
we want to know why. Be careful with the wine. Take your sip. Sip on.
Next question.
I wanted to
Sorry,
know.
Cardi, they won't get to know why. I'll tell you when I see you. Next question.
Chevy Camaro or Buick LaCrosse?
Chevy Camaro.
Okay. Relationship or casual dating? You can say pass.
Passing shit.
Oh, okay, because you're allowed to say pass. Because I don't want to put anybody on the spot.
Ain't nobody getting put on the spot.
Relationship or casual
Everybody know how we
dating?
rocking over there.
Relationship or casual dating? And pass is an option. If it wasn't okay, that's what I'm talking about. Double date or candlelight single dinner with your mate?
Candlelight shit.
Okay. Alright, hold the hands or not?
Throw me
Are you serious?
Throw me up,
Really?
bro.
We gonna jog together?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
Nigga get the shooting out
We
this
gon'
bitch, bring your ass.
We gonna jog. We will jog together. Hold the hands.
I ain't holding no hand. If a shooter starts shooting in the area, bring your ass.
I'm gonna end it with this one. When you go to bed, socks off or on?
Socks off. Oh, who's sleeping they socks? That's weird. That's weird as a motherfucker. Who's sleeping they socks on?
I got
That's time for your toes to breathe.
socks supposed to be off there all the time.
No, it's not. I fuck with my socks on. I go to sleep with my socks off. That's the difference. You asked me about two different things. You asked about going to sleep.
So you're doing the other thing with your socks on?
It just depends on the situation.
Oh, Lord.
And if I need grip.
What is grip?
Grip. 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 So I can put it in there. Grip. If I'm on carpet, I can do socks. If I'm on a wood floor, socks gonna be slide. Socks off.
You child.
That's the truth.
You done messed the whole video
That's
up.
the truth. How did I mess your video up? You died.
He said grip.
Grip.
Boy, cut. What's the definition of grip?
Grip. When your socks. If you say socks on or off, when you are fucking, I need grip. I need my feet to be planted. If I'm on carpet, I can have my socks on because they're going to be in the carpet. I'm going to have grip.
What if you're on a hardwood floor?
I need my socks off because I'm not going to have no grip.
Oh, so your feet would be the grip.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
need
you
grip.
spend that much time in planning out the whole
Like if your feet
environment
is
for the sexual
No,
encounter.
no. Like if you fuck, like when you fucking in the heat of the moment, you taking off clothes.
Yeah.
Socks is the last thing on my mind.
Right.
But if we fucking and then my feet hit the ground and it's hardwood or something and I go to slip, I'm gonna slide them off and get some grip. But if we in carpet, I'm gonna straight touch the carpet and I'm already had grip. I ain't gonna worry about taking them
That
off.
was truly a real man's explanation to socks on and socks. You have on a very nice shirt.
Thank you.
And did you get it out of Miami when you were there?
No, I did not get it out of Miami. I got it out of Macy's right there.
Well, it's very nice. It's like something that my father would wear. I would buy for him.
It is?
Yes.
$148.
And he's a top dollar ass man.
Yeah, love it, man.
He
And
loves
feel
it.
Nice and
He's a top dollar ass man.
I'm not fooling with you. Now you can.
Quick, fast, if you're looking for that real shit, what is that?